Yo, what's good? Very disappointed. I just did one of these. I did the final 16.5 hours of Pop Smoke. Guess what? Guess what? I was too busy dancing and getting sturdy. I forgot to switch the camera back to the screen of the video. So I had to delete it. So I'm tight. But it's alright. I'm not gonna trip. Let's just do final 48 hours of King Von. R.I.P to Pop Smoke. R.I.P to King Von.
Would be one of 5 people shot.
Wait a minute. Let me double check. Alright, we're good. Let's go. Final 48 hours.
In Atlanta.
Speaking of 48, you ever watch the first 48? I love that show. I used to watch it at the barbershop all the time.
Around 3:20 a.m., 2 groups of men began arguing outside, leading to gunfire. 2 off-duty police officers were working security at the establishment that night, and they too engaged in the shootout. Because of this, a full investigation was conducted to see whether or not the Atlanta Police Department was involved in his death.
Make sure you stay hydrated.
Here's what they found retracing his steps for those last 48 hours.
Especially on these hot days.
On November 4th, 2020, King Von was in Atlanta, Georgia. He was celebrating the release of his Welcome to O Block album that dropped.
The same thing with the Pop Smoke. He died like 2 weeks after his album, and he was still celebrating. It's like, dang.
Just a few days prior. His career was peaking, and every day his music was being discovered by a new audience. There's no question he was about to be a superstar, but the biggest issue Von faced...
So yeah, I'm a King Von fan. Favorite song? Probably Crazy Story Part 3. Great song.
At that time was himself.
Let me know your favorite song.
See, King Von was from the infamous housing projects of Parkway Gardens on the south side of Chicago. Before ever stepping into a booth, he was already very active in the street life. He only decided to rap after beating a murder case in 2017. His reputation only made his music work.
Oh, you want to know a crazy video? It felt like a twisted hood Romeo and Juliet. But it wasn't Romeo and Juliet. Type in the dark story of King Von and K.I. I watched that video and left like the feeling of watching it, because like they would like flirt with each other even though they're ops, and it just felt like weird. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Real for
just go watch it.
Leading to his blow up just 1 year after that. But it's important to realize when someone brings a life.
There was a point in time I was obsessed with Chicago rap, Chicago drill rap. I used to listen to everybody
The
from
way
Chicago.
Von did before fame, it can be hard to leave that mentality behind, even after finding a way out through music. Because of this, Von had no issue when it came to things like beefing with other rappers. While in Atlanta, an ongoing issue between King Von and rapper NBA Youngboy had been brewing for months.
NBA Youngboy.
On November 4th, DJ Academics would invite Von onto his podcast to publicly speak about their issues. During the conversation,
you want to know something crazy? I know I paused like 5 times, but it's like not. But I watched this entire interview the day before he died. And DJ Academics was literally talking to King Von. He was like, you ever feel like people are watching, like you have to be careful, be on alert? And I watched this the day before King Von died. I was like,
that there was no
dang.
real problem, and it was the internet just trying to make it more than what it was, unknowing at the time that in under 48 hours, this would all come to an end.
Ain't no rap beef, and it ain't no real beef unless somebody got shot or something, or
you know what people told me? People told me you and Youngboy was beefing or something like that. What happened, Von? What's going on with you, man?
They be saying that a lot. It's like we got the same interests and holes, and then you know how the internet will try to make it.
Don't tell me I got problems with girls.
No, it's the internet, gang.
Oh, don't mind my shirt, keep dropping, exposing my Grunkle Stan chest. I know. Just leave me alone. I look like I ran a 5K.
Sorry. You know, They'll try to make it like that because it's the internet.
These issues have been escalating since a few months before, when pictures of King Von and NBA YoungBoy's ex-girlfriend.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know this is how. Well, I don't know if this is how it started, but I didn't know this was a factor in it. Like he was with his girl or something. I'm not gonna lie. I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the shade room. I'm not looking at who's spotted with whose girlfriend. I didn't know this was going on.
Months before,
I'm not
pictures
into
of
all
King
that.
Von and NBA
You know what I'm
YoungBoy's
saying?
ex-girlfriend surfaced online.
All that.
From that point forward, the two rappers made it known
Blank
they
spotted
didn't like
with
each other
blank
through a series of
on the
social
runway.
media posts. With
Yeah.
two artists this large going back and forth, it was only a matter of time before others got involved as well. One of those people would be Quando Rondo.
Yeah, I
an
watched this
artist
too. They
and
were
friend
actually
of
cool
NBA
before.
YoungBoy. Even though Von and Quando were cool at one point, now they weren't. And it just so happens Quando's from Savannah, Georgia, only a 4-hour drive from Atlanta.
I'm saying though, 63rd, dirty
Sundown.
On November
Last
5th,
nigga,
King
this
Von
King
woke
Von
up and
got
gathered
cut
his
down.
entourage.
What? I
This
was
included
bummy, but look
himself,
who
his
bummed now.
manager, and 20-some others. Around 11 p.m., just 5 hours before his passing, they headed out to Opium nightclub.
Why was
Von
King
set to
Von
make an
kind of
appearance
built?
and promote his new project. He hopped into his bulletproof Hellcat, followed by 8 other cars filled with friends and associates. Around midnight, they arrived. By this time, his manager was taking notice that something was off with Von that night. He couldn't put his finger on it, but he felt like
I
he
also
wasn't
watched the
himself,
entire
almost like he
manager's
knew.
point of view.
They stayed at Opium for a few hours where everyone appeared to be enjoying themselves.
They were at a club.
Fans would upload videos online of Von in the club, and from the looks of it, everything seemed normal. But these would be the last videos of King Von smiling we would see.
Hey, you know, it's all love and this shit up. I done jumped that on that wolf in the wolf block going crazy. I don't want to think about it, you know, going on.
Around 2 a.m., just 2 hours before his time of death, he gathered his crew and they left the venue. According to his manager, everybody thought they were
Here's
headed
the one
back to
I
the
watched.
Airbnb, but somewhere on their way home, they lost track of Von's car. After realizing they lost him, they began calling his phone to see where he went, as it was very unlike him to leave without saying anything.
So already confusion was already started. Because normally, if we got an after party or we got anything we're going to, we know as a team. Everybody know to be on point. You know what I'm saying? We're traveling with a real deal gangster, a real stepper. So everybody's
Real
gonna know how
Chirac
to move.
stepper.
But from that night, I don't know what it was. Maybe
You know,
it's
I
that
travel with
timing,
some
I
real
don't know what it
Chirac
was,
steppers
but
too.
Von completely
Don't test me.
went on his own course.
What?
His manager,
What?
and more importantly,
What?
his security went with him
I said my
everywhere.
name is Ronnie.
After calling, they found
You know
out
how I
he
rock.
rerouted to an after-hours
You know what I
hookah lounge
say.
across town.
I stay on
A
my
little
block.
before 3 a.m.,
They
Von
call it
pulled up
the
to
S.
Monaco, but decided to
Show
wait
me
in his car
respect.
while the rest of his
Get
entourage
shot in your
was still on
chest.
their way.
I run up a
About
check.
15 minutes went by. Von still in his bulletproof vehicle, staying warm. His manager,
So he was
followed by
sitting in the
6
car.
other cars, pulled up to the parking lot. He hopped in the car with Von, and once
Who is this?
again, he said he felt like he wasn't.
Bro, fans are so such trolls. You don't know how many like live streams I see. They're just spamming like R.I.P to somebody that's not dead. Like,
himself. They
everyone's
stayed
saying
in there
R.I.P.
while the
Uzi,
rest of his
R.I.P.
entourage
Uzi.
was wondering
Like, how do they like all come in unison to just spam it over and over?
what was going on. It was a cold night, so they too decided to wait.
That's why
in
people
their
don't be
cars.
believing when somebody
After
actually
a few
dies.
minutes of talking, his manager convinced
Fans
Von
just
it was
be
time to go
chatting.
inside. He let his security team know he was ready to enter, so they did their normal checkup. Around 3:15 a.m., security went in. With Von being a high-profile rapper, this was a standard procedure for them before entering any venue.
What they did?
Being a high-profile rapper, this checked it out to make sure it was clear of any threats. With Von being a
they-
high-profile rapper, this was a standard entering any venue. They couldn't bring weapons in the club, so security left them in their cars. Right as they were about to walk in, one of Von's friends alerted them that Quando Rondo
fix
was in
my
the car
posture.
just a few feet away. It's unknown if Von got a tip from someone that night about Quando being at the club, or if it was just a coincidence that he rerouted his car to the exact location they would both be at. It's possible it just happened like that, but this could have also been the reason Von seemed off. Maybe he knew something no one else did.
I don't know.
Normally Von was calm, collective, and soft-spoken. Living the life he lived back in Chicago, he knew how to handle these situations.
Yeah, they call him.
But on this
I seen
night,
a
Von
video.
reacted before
Silent
anyone could
assassin or
say or
something.
do anything. He immediately hopped out of his vehicle, jewelry on and all, not knowing
Punch him
if
in his
Quando
face.
was alone or if he too had people with him. Only a few moments later, the two would come face to face, and just like Vaughn spoke about before, it was on sight. He threw punches at Quando even before words could be exchanged.
So I heard a lot of
Others
controversy
rushed over as the
about
fight-
who was wrong and who was right. Me, honestly, I have no idea. I see both sides, you know what I'm saying? Somebody runs up on me, then I don't know. But not everything has to involve guns, but I'll let you have your own opinion. I'm not getting into all that. I just understand both sides. That's all I'm gonna say.
broke out. What Vaughn didn't know was the white vehicle Quando was standing next to had people from his crew inside. At 3:20 a.m., only a few seconds after the fight had started, a gunshot from only a few feet away went off, striking Vaughn in his side and catching him completely off guard.
Dang.
You can see the gunman, who we now know as Lil Tim, coming out from behind the car and firing multiple shots. Vaughn got hit 3 to 4 times, and his manager was also hit in the leg. The two off-duty police officers working security that night reacted immediately, and they too fired shots into the crowd.
Well, you know, I never understood why are security cameras like 180p, 144p.
But we can confirm now the shots that injured Vaughn came from Quando's side, not the police officers. The police would hit 3 people in total, one of them being Lil Tim. Vaughn laid in the street holding on to Quando until Mulop, one of Vaughn's good friends, broke up the fight. At 3:23 a.m.,
Yeah, he
there
was
were
still
injuries on
fighting
both
after he got
sides.
shot.
Instead of waiting for ambulances, their crews drugged their wounded into cars and sped off to the emergency room. According to those in the vehicle with Vaughn, he was still conscious throughout the ride, even telling one of his friends to calm down that he was going to be okay. Around 3:32 a.m., just moments apart from each other, both crews would arrive at Grady Hospital, which was less than 10 minutes away.
They're at the same
Quando
hospital.
would start a live stream of himself helping Lil Tim inside the building to try and protect himself in case Vaughn's people ran up on him.
Come on, he's shot. Come on, Vic, bro, you got the dog. Come on, cuz, just keep breathing, Vic, bro. Just keep breathing, cuz.
But this wouldn't happen, and nobody else was hurt after the initial
No,
combat.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really into, like, you know what I'm saying, recording and stuff. Like, if something happens, my first instinct isn't to pull out my phone. Like, if I seen Bigfoot outside right now, my first instinct, I wouldn't even pull out my phone. I would just be like, dang, that nigga's really 8 feet tall and this big?
Conflict at the lounge. Unfortunately, though, just after 4 a.m., King Vaughn, along with 2 others who were shot that night, would pass
Dang.
away to their wounds, taking his life and career far too soon. Lil Tim was arrested in Grady Hospital, where he was treated for his wounds before being taken into custody. He posted bail the same day and has since been awaiting trial for the murder of King Vaughn.
Kill somebody, everybody got family, somebody relate to him or somebody cool him, you kill him. Now everybody that he was close with is trying to kill you. It's a never ending, or they gonna kill, let's kill somebody close to him. It don't stop. To everybody, all the people that playing the game, it's gone, you know what I'm saying? It's the last man standing. It's either you're gonna be in jail, you're gonna die.
That's some words of advice for you youngins. Stay out these streets, young punks. But, R.I.P. to King Vaughn. Dang. It's crazy, man. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, and I'll catch y'all later.